Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching today. This is now the post show. Let me start a create a highlight. Welcome to the post show for the House Parks Radio program Mega Worldwide every Saturday from 9 to 11 Pacific time. I'm on the air in Chicago and we stream it out. And then afterwards, we do our little post show here and where I get to talk to you guys a little more freely, a little more openly. And in particular, today we can kind of broaden our subject matter as well. Type this in there. There we go. Dink. And there we go. Can you do the tinted fingers when you say excellent? Excellent. Yeah, we're moving up. That's right. We got to do a thanks, Julie. You guys have been super chatting, and I'm trying to put it, to good use. I finally got my audio software where I can cut pieces and put them in the soundboard. And eventually I'll be able to, one of these days I'll be able to afford an assistant or a co-producer or somebody here that can actually help me run stuff. Super sad about Bob Einstein this week. I don't know how many people, besides maybe you and I, Milkman Norm, that knew that Albert Brooks' real name is Albert Einstein. You think the shutdown is a way to stonewall Mueller? It might be a lame attempt, but it won't work. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Welcome to the show. How are you? You missed, I think you missed Murphy earlier. That's $6 million, man. He's got a Stephanie Miller soundbox. Kind of close, she has the big expensive thing. I just have like a, it's just a piece of software kind of thing, so.
I'm torn between feeling very sorry for you and finding you terribly attractive.
So, anyways, fast to delete and chat, Julie. Oh, do we bump somebody out? Oh. Or is that a message retracted? That's okay. Let's see. Rolling back through the chat room. I thought Albert Einstein's name was actually Albert Brooks. Yes, that was from Caddyshack, actually.
Win takes for nothing!
So, there you go. Albert Brooks is fine. Don't get nervous, Sam. Blame. His brother died. Bob. Bob's name was Bob Einstein. I saw him mostly listening. Oh, good. Okay, Natalie. I'm glad you saw him. He snuck in here. I had to put something against the door to keep him pushing in. Is Mueller investigation actually making money and runs on a special budget? No, it does not have its own separate budget. It has to be cleared, but the money that it seizes can go towards offsetting its budget. It can also offset the budget of the AG, and the Office of the Attorney General. So technically speaking, they can't harp about money, even if they don't take we caught a thief who stole $10 million. We're gonna use that $10 million to pay for our own investigation into the other people who were involved. That kind of thing. You can do that, or you can seize it. The Justice Department actually takes ownership of that money. Let's say you need $8 million to run your, or even 10. They can't balk at your budget request because you are effectively responsible for that money going into the main coffers as money they would not have had. So there you go. Do I have any Big Lebowski sound drops? Do I? I think so. Just this one.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
So, yeah. I think that's, yeah. I have one more.
Oh, nice marmot.
Have you ever gone on YouTube and listened to prank calls to people with the Judge Judy or Phil soundboards? They are very funny. Yes, I have. 400 million seized from Manafort, put money in the treasury, and considered Mueller's team paid. Yeah, exactly. The whole thing will cost about $120 million by the time it's done. It will have made money, no question. So let's see. What did that was?
Say hello to the 21st century. Yeah!
So you're not allowed to say the words nest egg. Oh, yeah. Defending Your Life was one of my favorite movies. I love Defending Your Life. It is one of my top 10 spiritual films of all time. Along the lines of Joe versus the Volcano. Whenever I need an emotional pick-me-up, both of those movies are really good for that. Oh, I should get an STFU, but I haven't been able to edit it, so I'd have to bleep it if I was going to use it on the show. You have things with breakfast. Yeah, that's right. Bob Einstein was Super Dave Osborne. I used to watch Super Dave Osborne with my roommate Rob years ago. Have I ever held a snake? Of course I've held a snake. I used to play with snakes all the time in Kentucky. Oh, there's the Decay show, so I gotta hang out. I was like, oh, suddenly we're playing the blues. I got the snake hair blues. Come on now. You have to clear the palette on that one. All right. Favorite Albert Brooks movie is Real Life. Real Life is the most prescient comedy in the history of ever. Just stunning in how true it became about reality television. Oh, you're right. Thanks, Julie. I don't need my earbuds. That's right. Except to hear my sound clips and make sure that they're playing. But maybe one. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best. Don't play an edited version of STFU down. Well, I would have to if I did it on the radio show. I could do it in the post show, but yeah. But one of these days I would forget and just hit it, and yeah, I'd be in big trouble.
Oh, come on! What the hell?
So, sorry, Julie. Yeah, I had to, just so I can play the clips. Although, I know what they're saying now, technically. I'll be able to hear them kind of through there. I just don't want to blast people out and not know. I don't know what you can hear. This is true. I had no idea that Albert and Bob's father collapsed and died at the roast of Desi and Lucy. Yeah. They seized a boat. What about broadcast news? Yeah, he's genius in broadcast news. Let's see. What do you think is the end game not to keep Americans in after, if not to keep Americans in after 45 crashes? So, I don't see a civil war happening. I think there's going to be some dust-ups from idiots, kind of Bundy crowd. But no. The Civil War stuff is highly overplayed. Yes, Zelda, thank you. The healing, I'm much better. I still have a little bit of the mucus, but it's mainly just because my body's using that as a delivery system to get gunked out of my system. So I'm for it. Which make the line from Defending Your Life about dying on stage all the more poignant. Yeah. And how'd you die? On stage, like you. Me and Carrie Anna went metal detecting at Honeymoon Island. We didn't find anything, although, no rings. One would think that it'll be at least one, the hell with this stupid marriage. Our impending civil war is akin to what we experienced in 1968. That would be the worst. It won't be even that bad. Maybe you can script your soundboard to post a disclaimer at the same time. Yeah. The language used in Hal Sparks' soundboard is equal to or equivalent to the President of the United States. If your ears are sensitive, please move away. Right. That kind of thing. Best movie I've seen lately is Green Book. Highly recommended. Oh, thanks. They have bombs and planes and ships and troops. No civil war. Right. You're my favorite actor. Oh, thanks, Carrie. We did find someone's flip-flop they left behind. All right. Was it metal? How'd you find it? If a civil war happens, I call dibs on being Thanos. Oh, come on. Still not word from President Pig about all those people died in Indonesia's tsunami. Think about that. Yeah, he doesn't care. So these are the tweets of the day right now. The Democrats want billions of dollars for foreign aid, but they don't want to spend a small fraction of that number on properly securing our border. Figure that one out. Well, because one of the things that we benefit when we do proper foreign aid is that we lower the number of people who have to come here to such a number that it is more effective than that money. All right, never mind. Dude, just cut off all aid to Israel. You could pay for your wall with that. Go knock yourself out. I mean, it's partly why we pulled out of Syria. He's trying to get $1 billion back from them. My son buried one of my flip-flops in the sand, and we never could find it. I had to walk barefoot to the pier to buy 30 replacements. It's probably my shoe is all I'm saying. There's some civil unrest, but not on the scale everybody's warning. About the 7-year-old African girl named Jasmine that was shot and killed by white men in the driveway. No, he has not. Tipping into something worse can happen quickly under Trump, very quickly. You know, it's possible that there will, like I said, there will be some, I think we have more of a school shooter reflex than any kind of giant coordinated civil war, even with the internet. And it takes a lot for people to do, to attack people in mass. And while I believe that there are enough individual nuts in this country that would do that, I don't believe that there's a support structure for them. If that makes any sense. How I think the Bundys will not take over a nature preserve because they still have no place to get rid of all the sex toys from last. Yeah. Exactly. Divide up the $5 billion and send the refugees home happy. They would all be murdered for their money. Your life is awesome. Thanks for watching. Oh, thanks, Catherine. No, not like Colombia. I mean, like all the countries that we do that for. Damn it! I need to set an alarm. I forget Hal's show live stream unless it's off YouTube Saturday. Well, thanks for joining us, El Cid. Flip flop had gold on it. If there's another flip flop, I could definitely take it home. There you go. What a fantastic day of swearing in we had this week. Made me proud to be an American. Yeah, that was great. Especially, you know, Pence having to swear in women is just funny to watch anyways, especially one that is bisexual and swore on a law book. I thought that was particularly funny. Does anybody have to take on the so-called spy arrested by the Russians? Yeah, the Trump supporter with 4 passports. That guy. I mean, I have no reason to believe that he's not, that they're being legitimate about arresting him for spying. However, I don't think necessarily. Like he called 4 different consulates from the 4 countries he has passports from to get help. How many passports do you need? 1. Yeah. So yeah, the dude has 4 passports. Yeah, so yeah, accused Russian spy in Russia has 4 passports. American Paul Whelan, arrested in Moscow and accused of espionage, has, in addition to his American passport, one from Britain, Canada, and Ireland, Whelan's brother said Friday. As for his international connections, our family spans continents, and Paul's 4 passports reflect his birth in Canada, his parents in Britain, his grandparents in Ireland, and choice of the United States. In an op-ed, Whelan called on President Donald Trump and lawmakers to pressure Russia for Paul's immediate release. Yeah. He's many things to many people, but he's not a spy, according to his brother. Native American woman, Deb and Charisse, was a touching moment. I think there was an outspoken bond. They were brutalized by I think there was an unspoken bond of peoples that were brutalized by the settler colonial state. I don't know what you're referring to. You can also have a diplomatic passport. This is true. I don't think that's what he has. I asked before, what Marine goes to Russia for R&R and has 4 passports? I agree. It's hinky. The whole thing's hinky. Yeah, Kristen Cinnamon was sleeveless too. How does he work for Blackwater? I don't know that it says yeah. Everybody's saying it's an act of reciprocity over Maria Bettina. But who does he work for? Yeah. That's just his family asking. I'm like, where does, like, who does Paul Whelan work for? Former Marine, generous person, loyal friend. Where does he work? Citizen of 4 countries. He achieved the rank of staff sergeant, but he was discharged from the Marines for bad conduct. The Pentagon, which released his record, said the charges related to larceny. CNN reports he was accused of using someone else's social security number and writing bad checks. His family, it has emerged, was unaware of events. He went back to work for Kelly Services as a senior manager of global security and investigations in 2010. The heck is... Man, are we going to find out that this is like a company that John Kelly ran or something? Kelly Services. Oh, look at that. A global leader in providing workforce solutions, Kelly Services, and it's a very comprehensive array of outsourcing consulting services as well as world-class staffing. So it's a temp. It's a temp company that works with the U.S. government a lot. Curious. We're going to find out it's John Kelly's company. Is that what's going to happen? I was wondering why an auto parts company needs to... Yeah. Okay. Auto parts company needs security to protect its private parts. Simmer down. No, Kelly Services is attempted. Oh, sorry. Misspelled. I just cut and pasted from the other thing. Thanks. So, K-E... Did they misspell it in the article? I don't see. How I don't know the point is Albert Brooks portrayed reality TV long before reality TV became popular in his movie Real Life. It was boring than funnies. Well, yeah, I mentioned that like real life literally pointed to the fact that if you start trying to make reality TV, reality is so boring, you're going to have to start lying and concocting stories and screwing with people's lives just for entertainment. I was a Kelly girl. Oh, wow. It's Kelly? Is it? Okay. Yeah, I guess he had worked with them. So there you go. And still does, I guess. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah. They're big in the UK. Okay. Before we spend money on a wall to keep us safe, our money may be better spent putting a travel ban on angry white males from Texas until, as he puts it, figure out what the hell is going on. Right. Do you like going to the beach? I do like going to the beach. Not as much as my girlfriend. She could live there. I prefer snow. It's how I found my paralegal job over there. Wow. Company actually hires you. The company actually hires you. They just find you a job. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, she no longer exists. Blackwater no longer exists as Academy now. Yeah, they have to keep changing and shuffling stuff. I like the beach even in winter. How's your day so far? Oh, thanks. It's pretty good. I was up late last night because I was cutting this audio and doing the research on the details for the charts I was trying to find. I'm like, I'm getting all Rachel Maddow on this. You know, like, so steel. You said Summer had to work on New Year's Eve. Can I ask what she does? Is she an entertainer? I thought it said something online about her dancer. Yeah, she's a choreographer and a dancer. But she also does event coordination for big shows here, and they do these big, high roller events. So she had to help coordinate and choreograph people and music numbers for that. Yeah. Reality TV is approved where you just play this character all the time or based on a true story version of yourself. Yeah, oh, improv, right. I mean, imagine my Mac Classic gaming setup yesterday, including ColecoVision. Just letting you know in case it went into spam. Oh, well, thanks. Can't stop lying. That's awesome. I will gather it up. Will you ever want a pet snake? I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I had a pet lizard for a good long while. Lizzie, she lived a decent long life. Yellow vest movement has spread like wildfire across the world. Yeah, it seems to be, I mean, insofar as France, it's kind of tempered down a little bit. I think it's becoming representative of something else. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there. Yep, Lizzie the lizard. Yep. Poor thing. She lived a decent long life, but I had her longer than they're supposed to live. She was an alligator lizard, and they're apparently short-lived, but she seemed to run the stretch. I think I'm doing the same with my SNES Classic. I played it like twice. So you get something reptile-ish at some point. Yeah. How you should begin from the proposition that Trump says something untrue, and maybe we should track his true statements when they happen. I don't believe he's a U.S. spy. He could be a corporate spy. That's entirely possible. Phony immigrant statistics justify spending $5 billion on a wall, but not $1 to investigate the increase in hate crimes. Hate crime statistics, interestingly enough, are curious simply, because the rise in hate crimes almost directly parallels the recognition of what makes one. So they could arguably be on par with what have always gone on, and not that they're rising, just that they are more reported as such. You make up a new classification of crime, and people can now label something properly. It doesn't mean that that's going up. It means the reports of them are coming in. Can we get 1 million yellow vests here if Dumpty won't resign? I don't know that they're necessarily the yellow vests. Some of them are crawling, saying that they would like a Trump. Did your subscribers increase in speed as the numbers increased? I guess a little bit. We're getting some kick in here. People can't tell us apart. We look the same. Confused. Okay, Sam. They carry them in the cars. What you have to tell them. Apparently, the southern border is the only one where terrorists can cross Canada. You're off the hook. Even though that's allegedly where the 9/11 hijackers came in, was through Canada. I had an iguana for 14 years. Best companion ever. They are the puppy dogs of the herp world. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. That's really helpful to us. The show kind of runs on that. I would greatly appreciate it. And it also helps us expand our ability to take on people in the chat. And eventually, if I clear that 10,000 mark, I can start posting the merch stuff in the bottom part, which